Fitness success, the 4 pillars of achievement. Each week, I alone or with a guest will break down a specific pillar to help you build a sustainable and balanced fitness routine. Week 1, we'll talk about Pillar 1, nutrition habits. Master your nutrition and fuel your body for success. Week 2, Pillar 2, stress management. Practical strategies for managing life's inevitable stressors. Week 3, Pillar 3, physical activity. Tips to stay active and energized no matter your fitness level. And then Week 4, Pillar 4, we'll cover recovery measures. Recovery is key. Learn the best ways to rest, recharge, and avoid burnout both in and out of the gym. This is the first Monday of the month. Welcome back. So our focus will be on Pillar 1, nutrition habits. Master your nutrition and fuel your body for success. Today, we'll tackle an essential skill: how to read nutrition facts labels. All right. Understanding these labels is crucial for making informed choices that support your goals. Before we jump into the previously recorded segment, here are 3 actionable takeaways to keep in mind. Number 1, know your serving size. Always check the serving size to understand how much you're consuming. Number 2, be fat savvy. All right. Look out for saturated and trans fats to keep your heart healthy. Number 3, sugar awareness. Watch for added sugars in the carbohydrate section to maintain your energy levels and avoid crashes, not to mention diabetes. Let's get started on this enlightening journey. Let me roll the tape. What should I pay attention to on a nutrition facts label? All right, let me bring that up and let's break this down. Give me just a second to get this graphic up for you guys. Okay, let me move this over here. I'll be right with you. Share this. All right, and let me get rid of this so you can see. All right, so here we have a blacked out nutrition facts label. And we're going to go through 3 labels real quick here, okay? So the first thing is the serving size, okay? Their serving size, the nutrition facts, the serving size. And he's excited to look at the nutrition facts, but then when he sees what a serving size is, he's like, I eat like 10 of those. How could that be 1 serving size? You know, that doesn't work. So this is a good thing to pay attention to here. Okay, is the serving size. On the serving size, you have 2 tablespoons, and it usually gives you a cup or a tablespoon or some measurement like that, and then it gives you the grams, the amount of grams of the product. And then you also see calories and calories from fat. All right. The next thing to look for on the nutrition label, besides the serving size, because you're going to know what you're paying attention to and how many servings are in a container, you want to know what you're dealing with the serving size. All right. The next thing is the fat. It's usually broken that you always have total fat on a nutrition label, total fat, which is 16 grams here. But then you also, they don't always state all of these other categories of fat. These first 2 are a harmful fat, saturated fat and trans fat. Your body does need some saturated fat, so you don't want to have 0, but you also don't want to supplement with it either, or you don't want to have too much of it. But saturated fat and trans fat are the labeled as the unhealthy fats. Polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. Polyunsaturated is omega-3 like fish oil, walnuts, salmon, fish, some things like that. And then monounsaturated omega-6 you'll find in like olive oil, things like that. So polyunsaturated, monounsaturated are actually healthy fats as well. So these are things to look for also on a nutrition fact label. The next thing that's of importance here on the nutrition fact label is carbohydrates. And carbohydrates is broken down a couple of different ways a lot of times, but this label happens to, they always have total carbohydrates. Then you have dietary fiber. That's fiber that your body does not digest. Okay, so that term net carbs, I don't know if anybody's heard of that term net carbs. Okay, that's the total carbohydrates minus the dietary fiber, because you don't digest that dietary fiber. So there's 4 grams of net carbs in this actual product. just as a little a bonus for you. And then you have sugars, or you would have added sugars. Added sugars you have to watch out for. You don't want to get many added sugars in your diet and what you eat on a daily basis. So that's total carbohydrates right there. And the next thing to look out for is protein. Protein here, okay, 7 grams in this particular label. So that is one type of nutrition label. They come in different forms, and I'll show you briefly real quick here a couple of the other ones. This one here, okay, here's the serving size. It happens to be a bar. This happens to be a Cliff bar, by the way. Serving size, 1 bar, which you'll see it's more like a candy bar. Okay, total fat, or fat, is 5 grams. And you have the unhealthy fats here, but they don't show you the healthy fats. And then we have total carbohydrates, all right? And then you get the dietary fiber. That's an awful lot of carbohydrates in that bar. And here we look, this is broken down a little different. So you have dietary fiber, and you have sugars, and you have insoluble fiber and other carbs. They just break it down differently. And then of course protein is here. So this nutrition label, all it is just, it's horizontal instead of vertical. Okay. The next one that we have is one that you'll normally see. It's horizontal, and it's all words. Okay, pretty much words and numbers. There's no grid on it. All right. So here, servings and serving size. Serving size, 1 cookie. This happens to be a cookie. Total fat it gives you. Here's your saturated fat and your trans fat, which are your bad fats, your harmful fats. And then total carbs, fiber, total sugars, added sugars. This is what you got to look for, added sugars. So the sugars are actually 9 grams, but the 9 grams are added. And then you have protein here. So these are just a couple of different ways a couple of different nutrition labels and how to read them and what to pay attention to. If you guys have any other questions on the nutrition labels, please submit it to me. You could put it in the comment section here, and I will look at it.
How to read nutrition fact labels. To recap, the 4 things that you should pay attention to are, number 1, the serving size. Remember, they start off with cups, tablespoons, measurements like that, and then there's always in parentheses tells you the grams or amount of grams of the product. Serving size. Pay attention to that. Number 2, total fat. Watch out for high amounts of saturated fat and trans fat. 3, total carbohydrate. Watch out for high amounts of added sugars and sugars in general. Number 4, protein. Got to get that protein in, guys. Typically for a female, anywhere from 25 to 35 grams per serving. And for a guy, anywhere between 45 to 55 grams per serving. Just a general rule of thumb. If you guys have any questions at all about reading these nutrition fact labels or anything to do with any of these macros like protein, carbs, or fat, you can always direct message me.
All right. Excuse me. I'm real thirsty. Anyhow, so yeah, like the video was saying, if you guys have any questions on how to read nutrition fact labels or anything that I talked about in the video, just go ahead and leave a comment, or you can message me, or any questions you have on nutrition in general or fitness. So that wraps up our insightful discussion on reading nutrition fact labels. I hope you found these tips enlightening and that you're now equipped to make smarter nutrition choices while you're at the grocery store. Remember, mastering your nutrition is just the first step towards achieving your ultimate fitness goals. As we continue to explore the 4 pillars of achievement, I encourage you to take these insights and apply them today. What are you waiting for? If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your network. And don't forget to stay tuned every Monday, well, every first 4 Mondays of the month anyway, for more valuable content. Together, we can transform our health and unlock our full potential. That wraps up today's Fitness Success segment. Next Monday is week 2, so we'll be discussing Pillar 2, that's stress management, practical strategies for managing life's inevitable stressors. Are you interested in being a guest on the show or joining the conversation? Maybe you want to have your question answered on the next show. All you got to do is ask. All right. Comment below and we will make it happen. Leave a message if you want. Message me. I'll answer your question